Today is Torpedo Ray's annual treasure hunt.
This is an event that we look forward to all year.
It brings everybody together and it's like a big family reunion in the dive community, and it's so fun.
The Scuba Olympics is taken very seriously.
Jen was on another team. She was also talking mad trash.
We're ready for this.
Everyone, this is the mass fin relay.
This is my Everest.
Today is Torpedo Ray's annual treasure hunt. This is our 25th year doing this.
This is the biggest dive community event of the year. So
It's the biggest event.
We've got the whole gang here today. So we have Alana, Jen, Sarah, Julia, and pretty much all the Torpedo Ray staff. So a lot of familiar faces.
This is an event that we look forward to all year.
The treasure hunt, I think my favorite thing about it is actually seeing everybody come together. It's divers that I know, but I don't necessarily dive with all the time. So it's like a big family reunion in the dive community, and it's so fun. Jason is the owner of Torpedo Rays, and I love Jason. I have such a soft spot for Jason. I think he's such a great person. He just has such a good heart and just wants to do well for the community and promote diving within the community. He is April's father as well.
So my dad's been running the treasure hunt for 25 years, so of course he's here celebrating with us today too.
That's great just to get the whole diving community together. There's not many times you can get 200 divers all in one place, and it's a great social setting and obviously a chance to raise money for a good cause.
It's a big fundraiser and charity event, so what a milestone to be on year 25. So every year at the treasure hunt, we put a bunch of scallop shells in the water. All the divers get in, go looking for their scallop shell.
Then they're going to get out of the water with their scallop shell turned into the registration tent and then pull their numbered golf ball to win a prize.
There's like over 200 prizes. I did not realize.
We've got everything from masks and snorkels to fins, rash guards, we've got t-shirts, toques, just so much stuff.
And the grand prizes are pretty sweet. There are things like dive computers, regulators, and the grand prize is a dry suit. So scuba gear is quite expensive. To be able to buy a ticket, participate in a treasure hunt, and win a grand prize like one of those is pretty amazing.
So this event, normally I would go and I would volunteer my time to do the prize table or registration or something. But with this year, it was a little bit unique for myself and for Alana. We were on courses, so I was dive master for a open water course, and Alana was instructing a private diving course. It was really fun and really cool because these new divers who don't know the dive community now actually get to experience what a cool dive community that we really have in Nova Scotia.
Let's go diving, let's go diving.
It was really awesome to see everybody just come together and welcome these new students.
Try and use your buddies to get your fins on.
These guys are actually finishing their open water diver course today and happen to correspond with the treasure hunt. So we said, hey, bring them out to the treasure hunt. So they're going to go in for one dive now, and then they're going to come out, and then they're actually going to participate in the treasure hunt on their second dive. So they're super lucky.
So soon you'll see our safety boat come around the bend. So you'll see them zipping around in here, putting all the shells out.
All right, guys, it's that moment we've all been waiting for. It is 11 o'clock, so it is now time to get in the water. So again, you're looking for a painted scallop shell, looks like a dive flag, or it may just be painted red or orange.
One of my jobs as one of the volunteers with Julia was to go and be some shore support. We were basically just helping people get their gear on and make sure that they were able to really safely get in and out of the water. Because again, this event brings people out from all different corners of the dive community. So a lot of people might only dive once a year. We were just there to kind of lend a helping hand to whoever needed it.
Well, we've got everybody in the water, so we've got over 170 divers out there now. Yeah, I think some of the people are already bringing them over to the tent and pulling out their prizes, so we should have some happy winners soon.
39.
My name is Grace Weichert, and I am Jason's daughter and April's sister. Yeah, I think it's so awesome, and honestly, I'm really proud that we get to do such a great thing for the diving community and bring people out.
Awesome, dry bag, sweet.
So right now, all the divers are in the water. Some of them have already made it back to submit their shell and get their first prize of the day.
Yeah, we found a bunch of shells for everybody on the course. So they're actually here claiming their prizes now. So, what'd you get? Nice bag. That bag's sick. Diving is something that you do have to invest in and actually spend money and know what you are buying to make it work for you. So I think when you're at the treasure hunt, where they're giving away so many different prizes, a mask is about 100, 200 bucks. So to win a mask, that's significant. To win a dry suit, that's thousands of dollars.
Drop your shell in, draw your softball.
I don't know, it kind of gives you like that community vibe where they really do want everybody to succeed. And with all of these prizes being given out to people, it shows them that they can dive.
I think it's pretty cool for my dad to see how it's grown and how it's evolved over these 25 years. He said to me in the shop the other day, he said, the treasure hunt is my baby.
The vibe at Torpedo Race is awesome because, like, you walk into the shop, you know the people behind the counter.
Torpedo Race is a clubhouse for us. We oftentimes, if I know that I have to go into the shop for something, I have to really carve out like a few hours of my day because you just run into people you know and you get to chatting.
It's like going to the bar where everybody knows your name. That's what it's like walking into Torpedo Race. It's like everybody knows my name and now I'm here for some air.
What doesn't my dad do in the shop is the better question. He wears many hats, so he's the man behind the desk. He's in the office a lot, but he also works retail. He'll fill tanks, he does servicing, he's an instructor as well.
April took over as our manager a couple of years ago, so really great to have her there. She looks after all of our social media, she organizes all the courses. She's also got the same instructor rating as I do now, so we can sort of do all the same things when it comes to teaching students.
Me and my dad share an office. It's very cute. I get to work with my dad every day.
It's really cute, actually. Like, they have such a great bond and dynamic.
I think anybody with children would love to have the chance to work with them, and especially when you work very well with them. So it's great to have family involved in the business.
I remember my mom bringing me to work as a baby so that they could run the dive shop while having kids. And yeah, it's always just been something really special to our family. And I always say Torpedo Race, it's like a family member to me, not just a business.
Yeah, we moved to the province in 1993, got married here and learned to scuba dive that same year. Immediately fell in love with the sport, became obsessed with it. I was diving probably 200 or 300 dives a year at that point in time. Got my dive master rating, I believe, the next year, and was trying to figure out, how can I actually make a living at this? At the time, I was working in my father's business, so kind of knew the retail end of things. And then saw the opportunity to open a dive shop at that point in time in Bedford. And with much encouragement from my wife, we decided, yeah, let's make this happen. So we thought it would be funny to call the shop Torpedo Rays, kind of a play on word with the creature Torpedo Ray and, some guy named Ray, only to find out nobody knows what a torpedo ray is, so everybody just thinks my name is Ray.
Yeah, it's a common mistake. People call the shop, hey, is Ray there? Yeah, just a second. No, his name's Jason, and his name is not Ray.
Jason? I love Jason. He's so nice. Jason is like the head honcho. He's El Jefe. Jason is the top dog.
Jason is Mr. Ray. The man, the myth, the legend.
A little lobster attached to someone.
I think that was actually a lobster attacking my dive buddy Art at the time.
Yeah, I mean, my dad, I feel like he's a ninja diver. He has all this experience and thousands of dives, but he's so humble. He won't talk about all this incredible diving that he's done. As you flip through this album and you're seeing all the old photos and even photos of old treasure hunts, it's just 25 years worth of memories.
It's like rewind 25 years.
Someday I'd like to at least semi-retire and be away from the business, so it's nice knowing you've got someone there to pick up the reins. They know what they're doing and you can trust them implicitly.
I would say the first 3 years of diving, when I was diving a few times a week, there was no one like me diving. I mean, most of my dive buddies were like 40-year-old men that I would hang out with on the weekends and in the evenings because those were the only people I had to dive with. So when I started out, yeah, to see someone like me in the water was not normal. And I think me getting into the shop and instructing, teaching, getting a bit more involved really helped show that young women in diving is a thing because especially cold water, it's been seen as an old man sport. And it's hard to get into it when you don't see yourself represented in the sport.
When I moved back to Nova Scotia, I reached out to a couple of different shops in town. And what really stole my heart was the Sea Foxes. I was really excited about the fact that there was a all-girls, all-women group that dove together. April was the person that spearheaded that, so I was connected with her right away, and we started chatting, and I really liked the business, and I wanted to get involved in not only just the dive community in general, but also the Sea Fox community. So I decided to start working for Torpedo Rays.
Is this a shark dive? So we all met on our dry suit course, and then it's just kind of escalated and gone from there. So we've gone to advanced, we've gone to rescue courses, we've done our dive masters, we've gone on all these trips. And Torpedo Rays has really kind of brought the real foundation to my diving career and my diving wants and needs.
My favorite thing that we did with Torpedo Rays last year was definitely our trip to Mexico and going diving in the cenotes. That was something that I have been diving and training for as long as I can remember to just perfect your trim and buoyancy. So actually getting to dive in the cenotes was by far my favorite part.
When you go to Mexico and you dive in the cenotes, so those would be like your freshwater caverns, they're a very spiritual place for the Mayans. The cenotes are just so cool and it's so magical to go in that you almost feel a sense of just calm come over your soul.
My favorite dive adventure would have to be Bahamas. And that's a really tough one because I've enjoyed everything and I love every aspect of travel diving, and it was just spectacular. Diving in Bahamas is a different world. You know, seeing sharks swim by for the first time. And it was so cool. There was so many sharks.
I think one of my favorite things that I've had the opportunity to do through Torpedo Rays is go diving on all sorts of cool shipwrecks. The first shipwreck that I ever dove was right here in Lunenburg in Nova Scotia, which was the Saguenay. And the Saguenay served in the Canadian Navy for many years, even throughout World War II. So now it's become a really popular dive site, and Torpedo Rays hosts charters there all throughout the summer and the fall.
Throughout the year, Torpedo Rays does a lot of different community events, and it's just a really nice way to get to know the community members a little bit better. So my favorite community event that Torpedo Rays puts on is the annual Halloween dive. It's a pumpkin carving dive where everybody brings their own pumpkin and has to carve a pumpkin underwater. The treasure hunt is such a special event because they've been doing this for 25 years, and it's such an integral part of the dive community.
Everyone participating in the Scuba Olympics, come to the beach. Make sure you have your mask and your fins with you.
We're ready for this.
Everyone participating in the Scuba Olympics, come to the beach. Make sure you have your mask and your fins with you.
So on my team, we had Sarah, Julia, Heather, and myself. Pretty stacked team, if I may say so myself.
We got some guns happening.
My open water team is here.
So Jen was on a separate team than us. She was doing a course that day, and she signed up with a few of the members of her course.
With this competition against my friends, because I look to my left, and who's there? Julia, Alana, Sarah, and Heather. And I was just like, you've got to be freaking joking.
Jen was on another team. She was also talking mad trash.
My coworkers have decided to unite.
You mean your
and
buddies?
no, they're my coworkers right now. You are today.
Wow.
Yeah, you're now my coworkers, not my friends.
Coworkers! Friendly smack talk was definitely said during that Olympics.
Toss the tank. Where the first person's tank lands, the next person will toss from that point.
It is 4 games, our first one being the tank toss. The tank that we use in the Scuba Olympics, full disclaimer, it is a condemned tank, so it will never be used again. It's one that's failed inspection because we definitely shouldn't be throwing scuba tanks around. So for the folks at home, don't go throwing your tanks. They are shockingly heavy. I think it's about 40 pounds that you're throwing and just an awkward shape.
Who's gonna run it first?
And I swung it like 4 times like this. And it was almost like a rugby ball.
You also have 40, 50 people watching you do this, and it's intense. I think that was like a psychologically challenging event. I won't disclose whether or not our team threw it the farthest, but we didn't.
3,
I'll be there.
2,
Do it.
1, go.
Oh, this is so much harder under pressure.
So our next event is the chopstick toss. So we have 4 bowls. In the first bowl, we had a tank valve, we had a golf ball, we had a regulator.
Oh no!
And each team member needs to use 2 chopsticks and pick them up and move them to the next person's bowl. Then that person moves them to the next bowl, and then finally the last person needs to get them onto the sand.
Oh, she broke the bowl!
She broke the bowl.
Oh my God, the chopsticks were the nemesis of my life. I think I'm scarred. I don't think I can talk about it.
Scoop, scoop. Yeah!
The third event was a ping pong ball toss. So we had hula hoops with some red Solo cups inside of the hula hoops, and we would throw ping pong balls. The cups were worth a certain amount of points, and the hula hoops were worth a certain amount of points.
Yeah!
I went to university. I played a lot of beer pong. I also thought I would be pretty good at this competition. This was a very difficult competition. We were out in the elements. There was wind, there was a little bit of sand blowing around.
This is the mask fin relay.
The grand finale, which is everyone's favorite event, is the mask snorkel fin relay. So with your mask on your face, your fins on your feet, you have to pass off your baton to the next person, and whichever team can run their back first wins.
We're ready for this.
I think I'm gonna do high knees. Usually when I teach courses, I tell people not to walk around on land with their fins. So it was very strange to then go for a relay run with our fins on.
I was made for this. This is my Everest.
My strategy personally was to like high knees and like swing around with the legs. I think we actually came first in that race, yeah.
The winner of the 2023 Scuba Olympics is the Sea Squirts.
How does it feel to be the champions, guys?
Oh, pretty good. I worked all year for this. Been training all year. Yeah. Feels great. Yeah.
The girls and I didn't win, but I think we came in second place, and we definitely won for having the best energy, and that's what matters.
Okay, folks, we're now ready for the moment everyone is waiting for, to do the grand prize draws. We got 7 grand prizes this year. Lucas Rankin. Lucas, come on up and get your regulator.
I think I was the most excited when I saw one of my students, Lucas. He actually won the regulator, and I was like so pumped and just so jumping for joy for him because he really wants to dive with his dad.
All right, so this is the big one, folks. This is the Bear Aquatrek dry suit donated by Bear/US Outdoors, worth $2,000.
Justin Smith.
Justin Smith, you have won the dry suit. Woo! Congratulations.
He was so stoked. It was awesome. But I mean, who wouldn't be stoked to win a dry suit? It's a sick prize.
All right, that wraps us up, guys, for 2023. We hope to see you next year for our 26th annual treasure hunt.
Yeah, I mean, when you really think about it and you take a step back, you think 25 years, 200 plus people who come out to participate, support, volunteer. It's just amazing that this community that really my dad has created and fueled and carried on through all these generations. And now I'm here, maybe I have to take over and keep the dive community going strong, but I've got some big shoes to fill.